Hello everyone. I hope you are fine. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna be doing mathematics paper 1 November 2024. Just gonna try by checking the first question about algebra, then we'll check the other ones on other videos. Please do not forget to subscribe, like and share. Now we are just gonna study the first question. Obviously they are saying that we must do what? We must solve for x. Now we are gonna study the first question, okay? Then now you can check other things. Now 1.1.1 says we must solve for x whereby we have x minus 3 equals to 0. So obviously you know that whenever it is like that, it is already factorized for you. So basically this means that x is equals to 0 or x is equals to 3. Okay, that's how it is. 1.1.2. So now this one is basically saying that now you must now solve for x, but now we are given something like this: 2x squared plus 1 equals to 4x. Now they are saying that you must solve for x, but at the same time they are telling us now that now we must take it to two decimal, correct to two decimal places. There's something I want to know. I want to show you guys, even though maybe some of you might know this thing, but it's very important, guys. As you can see, this thing, it is not in the linear form that we know. We know that now we must have something like ax squared plus bx plus c, right, equals to 0, but we do not have that. It means that now we must now fix the current equation we have to something like that. So now what is going on now? It basically means that now I must take this 4x to the other side. It means that I will have 2x squared minus 4x plus 1 equals to 0. Now, since they told me that I have to do it to two decimal places, I have to put it in my calculator. So you know that now I must introduce the quadratic formula. It is very important for you to read what I'm writing, guys, because these are good marks that you must get. You must start with the first thing by writing the formula, then the substitution. Okay, then obviously you know that this is a, this is b, this is c, right? Because of the formula there. So f minus 4 squared minus 4 2 1 over 2 and then 2. Okay, so now after doing all that, the answer that you'll get, you'll have to get x it is equals to let's check now. X it is equals to what? 1,71 or x it is equals to 0,79. Then that's that. Okay, that is the most important thing that you have to know. The answering technique is very important. Okay, so now let's just go through another question, the third one. Just gonna use this thing. Now they're telling me that I must now do what? The inequality x squared minus 2x minus 3 greater than 0. Be careful, guys. I told you something. This is what? 1.1.3. Now we are gonna check. Now we have x squared minus 2x minus 3 greater than 0. Okay, I always tell you something whenever you are attempting inequality questions, because there are things that you must take note of before even answering those questions. There are things that you must check there. Okay, I told you that whenever you are solving an inequality question, the value of a must be positive, or the coefficient of the value of a must be positive, which is this one. Obviously you know that now I have 1 here. Do you get what I'm trying to say to you now? Secondly, what do you have to know now? The second thing that you have to know is that now when the value of a is positive, that's when now you check your what? Inequality signs. Okay, great stuff. Now let's continue and do this question. Okay, let me just close this thing. So now let's go solve it, guys. Sorry for the wait for it. I just want to close this thing. Now I can see that now the coefficient there, it is positive, right? So now what is happening now? Now I have to solve for x because it is already done for me. But I can just factorize there. Can you see what I'm talking about? So here, okay, x minus 3 and then x plus 1, then greater than 0. Okay. X squared minus x squared x minus 2x minus 3 sharp. Now there is a very important thing that I want to know, because already you have factorized that, right? Now the second answering technique that comes, you have to say what? Critical values. I'm going to use different mark. You must say critical values, then you do this dot. Then you must say what? X this equals to 3 or X this equals to -1. Very, very, very important part there. Can you see what I'm talking about? Then after that, you must check. I told you the tricky part. The coefficient is positive, the inequality sign is positive. It is greater than 0. Whenever it is greater than, given that that thing is positive, you do what? Split. So you check the smallest number. The smallest number, it is -1. So you must just do x less than -1. So the inequality signs must face each other. Can you see that now they are facing each other like this? Then that's when now you get all your 4 marks. Is it 4 marks? Yes, it has to be 4 marks. Can you see what I'm talking about? It is very, very important, especially the critical value part there. So now what happens now? They do what? This is where you get your 1 mark. This is where you get your 2nd mark. Then 3 and then 4. The representation of your thing, it is very, very, very important. The 2nd mark, it is on your critical values. Then you get 4 of 4. Because inequality is whereby now, obviously, many students know how to factorize and all that, but now the problem comes when they have to do what? Represent their things. Now I can move on to the next question, which is what? 1.1.4. It is exponents, my favorite, as you know. Now, 2 to the power of 2x minus 2 to the power of x plus 2 minus 32 equals to what? 0. Now, what is going on here? I can see minus and minus and just plus or minus that thing. So now it means that now I can factor out that's common. But can I do that? Can I split here? Yes, I can split. But if I split, I can see that these things are not the same. So basically, I'll have 2 to the power of 2x minus 2 to the power of x times 2 to the power of 2 minus 32 equals to 0. You know very well, guys, that whenever you have a plus or minus between the terms, you must split, right? So here I have split it, but I cannot factor out the common base and exponent because this one is 2x, this one is x there. What does it mean now? It means that now I'll have to do what? To use that method of what? K square. So let 2 to the power of x, it is equals to be equals to what? To be equals to k. Do you get what I'm trying to say now? Now check something. Let me write it down here. You know your exponents. Since now you have 2 to the power of 2x, this is the same as saying it is 2 to the power of what? 2. Then times x. Let me write it like this. 2 to the power of what? X. And then squared. So now you know that now when you have something like this, whereby it is maybe 2 to the power of x, and then there is 2 outside, you know that now 2 and x are going to multiply each other, right? So now it means that now on the first thing, this is what? This 2 to the power of x represents k, but it is going to be squared. So this means that I have k squared minus 2 to the power of x is k, so and 2 to the power of 2 is what? 4. So it is 4k minus 32 equals to 0. Can you see what I'm talking about? Then now I just factorize. K minus 8 k plus 4 equals to 0. Then now I just have k equals to 8 or k equals to minus 4. What does it mean now? We have the values, but what did we say? We said that now 2 to the power of x, it is equals to k. So it means that now we are going to start. K equals to 8. What happens now? K, it is 2 to the power of x. Then now 8, it has to be changed to its simplest exponential value. To 8, it is the same as 2 to the power of 3. Therefore, same basis across an equal sign, we do what? Drop exponents. So x, it is equals to 3. That is the first answer that we have there. Secondly, what do we have? K equals to minus 4. 2 to the power of x equals to minus 4. But as you can see, this is not possible. So you can say no solution. Then now you get all the marks that you deserve, guys. Okay? I hope now that you understand everything we did so far. The most important thing was for you to understand what to call the concept of what of the what inequalities. Okay, so now I'm just gonna try to make some space for other questions here so that we can be able to work other things now. Okay, then now on the 5th question, I have a set equation. It is also my favorite. So just make sure that you check your equation. I have the square root of negative 2x plus 4. Be careful. 2x plus 4, it is the only one inside the square root. So x, it is not part of the square root. So throw that x to the other side. So now I have what? Negative 2x plus 4 equals to 2 plus x, right? Obviously, for you to remove a square root, what must you do? You must square both sides. So I'll just square here because, yeah. So now I just have negative 2x plus 4 equals to 2 squared is 4. 2x plus 2x is what? 4x plus x squared, right? Now, since this is what I have, I always tell you to make sure that now you just consider the side that has a positive x squared. So it means that now, since there's a positive x squared that side, everything must go that other side. Do you get what I'm trying to say to you now? So now it means that now I'll have x squared. 4x plus 2x, it is what? 6x. But 4 minus 4 is just equals to 0. Can you see what I'm talking about? Hence, this means that now I can factor out x here, so that I can have x plus 6 equals to 0. Then now x is going to be equals to 0, or x is going to be equals to negative 6. We stop there, right? So now when we stop there, what is going on now? You must now look for the what you call correct solutions, because I always told you to do what? To always do what? Validation of your solutions whenever you do what? Your set equation. So now what do you do now? You take out your calculator. Just that I can do it here, but I'm just going to take out my calculator. Now what do you do now? You start by plugging in values there. Let me just do it now here so that you can see what I'm talking about. Not waste time. Not waste time. So I'm just going to do it freehand here so that you can see what the correct value there. Okay. Now we start with x equals to 0. So whenever you do this, you plug everything on the original equation given. You just do the square root of what? Negative 2. Where there is x, you put 0 plus 4 minus x equals to 2. Now, what is negative 2 times 0? It is just what? 0. Now I just have the square root of 4, which is just what? 2. Oh, here I just have 0. Then 2 equals to 2. Can you see that now 0, it is a valid answer there? You just put the x value wherever there is x on the original equation. So now I can say that now 2 it is equals to 2. It means that now 0 it is the correct solution. X equals to negative 6. Negative 2, negative 6 plus 4 minus 6 equals to 2. So now what is 2 times negative and a negative? Positive. Positive, what you call 2 times 6 is 12. 12 plus 4 it is what? 16. Square root of 16 it is what? 4. 4 minus 6 it equals to negative 2. So basically here I just have negative 2 equals to 2, meaning that they are not equal. So you come back to your equation here, then you just say therefore x is not equals to negative 6. Then x is equals to 0 only. Did you see how I did that question? Very, very important for you to understand it. Okay. Now let's go through the other questions that you can go through right now, because there is what you call simultaneous equations. The main things that I love here is simultaneous equations, exponents, and sets. Okay. Oh, and inequalities. Let's go through it. Now I'm just given why they even gave you simple equations. It's fine. Last year there was fractions. Now you obviously know that under simultaneous equation you must just make x or y the subject. I can start here and say y equals to 3 minus 2x. Then this is my equation 1. This is my equation 2. You know that now. Since y is the subject, I'm just gonna say sub 1 into 2. So now let's go now. What is gonna happen now? I'm gonna take equation 2. Y squared plus xy equals to 2. Where there is y, I substitute what? 3 minus 2x. 3 minus 2x squared plus 3 minus 2x. Oh, let me put my x there, because this equals this xy 2. Can you see what I have there, guys? Then now what do? I have to expand everything. So now you know that now 3 minus 2x, it is just this. 3 times 3, 9, minus 6x minus 6x plus 4x squared. So now you come here. Can you see that? Grade 10 maths. 9 minus 12x, right? Plus what? 4x squared. Then plus 3x minus 2x squared equals to 2. Can you see what I have this side? You saw it, right? Because I want to go to the other side now. Now what happens now? I have to do like terms. So basically this is what I had. Let me just rewrite it. 9 minus 12x plus 4x squared plus 3x minus 2x squared equals to 2. Sort out like terms. 4x squared minus 2x squared, I just have 2x squared. 3 minus 12x, I just have minus 9x. And then what are the constants now? This one is done, this one is done, this one is done, this one is done. Oh, 9 and 2. This is what is just plus 7 equals to 0. Okay? Now, we have to factorize now. Let's factorize now. When we factorize this, we are going to get 2x minus 7. And then what? X minus 1. Let's verify. 2x squared minus what? Minus 2x. And then minus 7x. Negative and negative is a positive. Then I get positive 7. Can you see it? Then I just have my answer there. So it means that now x it is equals to 7 over 2 or x equals to 1. Okay? Now, since I have y, x, I have to find y. So I can say y equals to 3 minus 2x, which means that y equals to 3 minus 7 over 2. So this is just going to be over 2. 3 times this. You guys, you can use a calculator. 3 times 2 is 6, so it is half. And then now, what is the other one? Is it half? 3 times 2, 6. 6 minus 7, it is what? Minus 1. Yes, search up. And then now let's go to the next one. Y equals to 3 minus 2. Oh, made a small mistake. Sorry, guys. 3 minus 2, 7 over 2, right? 3 minus 14 over 2, which is that's the same as what? 3 minus 7, which is negative 4. Okay? Then now 2x. 3 minus 2 times 1, which is equals to 1. So now when x equals to 7 over 2, y is negative 4. When x equals to 1, y it is equals to 1 also. Okay? That's how it is. Going to the last question. Interesting question. The one that I loved. Hey, yeah, they did a good job here. Consider the product. 1 plus 1 over 2, 1 plus 1 over 3, 1 plus 1 over 4. So consider this product, right? Each factor in the product is in the form of this. We can see that. For n, it is greater or equals to 2. You can also see that now n starts from what? Being greater or equals to 2. Because you know that now here is n, here is also n. And it is also what? Greater or equals to 2. So now what's going on here? They want us to determine all the values of n, for which the product will be an integer value. When they tell you that now it is gonna be an integer value, it means that now the answer that you must, the values of n, the possible values of n that you must get must be numbers, not fractions. An integer is a number. Do you get what I'm trying to say? And at the same time, the number must be greater or equals to 2. Now, let's just start with what they have now. Just gonna write it here. So now what we basically have here, I just have 1 plus 1 over 2, 1 plus 1 over 3, 1 plus 1 over 4. It goes on and goes on and goes on. So now since you have that, I feel like it is gonna be trickish when you have something like a fraction. So we can start by simplifying these fractions. 1 plus half, it is 3 over 2. 1 plus a third or whatever. It is 1 plus 1 over 3, 3 plus 1, 4, 4 over 3. 4 over 3. And then 1 plus 1 over 4, it has to be 5 over 4. It goes on and goes on and goes on. But I want to tell you something, guys. Let's check something now. Okay? You can see that now this thing, it is going on and going on and going on. But where is it gonna end up at? Let's check what is going on here. We basically know that now we have 3 over 2, 4 over 3, 5 over 4. Can you see that now as it continues, the numerator increases, also the denominator what? Increases. Can you see it? Because here I have 2, here I have 3, here I have 4. So what does it mean now? I can say that now it is continuing up to 1 plus 1 over n. Can you see what I have? This is what I just have, because now let me even put it that side up there, because now here I have already simplified them. It continues up to 1 plus 1 over n, right? Because you do not even know the values that it is going to be at, but now we know that now this is the trend that is going on. 1 plus 1 over n. Okay? But now, since I said 1 plus 1 over 2, it is the same as this one. This, it is the same as this one. This one, it is also the same as what? N plus 1 over n. When you're using your fraction knowledge, 1 over 1, n times 1 is 1, n times 1 is 1, so it is what? N plus 1 over n, using your grade 8 maths. So now I have n plus 1 over n. Can you see that this is what I have there? Because it's the same thing. Now, let's continue now. Okay? Now, we know that now we must determine the values of n, whereby n it is greater than 2, greater or equals to 2, and at the same time, it will be an integer value. Okay? But now, as you can see, I can see that now, since this one is a product, this 3 will cancel this 3. This 4 will cancel this 4. What is going to happen? Here, I'm just left with 1 over 2. This one is just remaining there. Can you see what I'm talking about? What about this 5? The next one number will be what? 6 over 5. Then 5 will cancel that 5 there. So basically, I just have this half up to what? N plus 1 over n. But now I have to solidify this one again. Let's leave it there. Now let's check something. This is just like we know that it's a product, right? But now let me consider maybe a number coming before this one, because I just want to show you the trend that is going on there before I concluded something else. Because now we want then the value of n, right? Now can you see that now this is 4 over 3. What comes before 4 over 3? 3 over 4. What does it mean for this one? It means that now the value coming before this n plus 1 over n, what is it going to be? You know that now since you have 4, the previous number was what? Was 3. So I can start by saying what? N minus 1. Because now, since this one is 4, this one is 3. It is n minus 1, right? But now, what is it going to be? Plus 1, because already I had plus 1 there. Over n minus 1. I told you, whenever you continue this thing, the numbers increase. So 3 and 2, just like that's the same thing there. Can you see what I'm trying to show you guys there? This is what I'm just trying to show you about this whole thing that is going on here on this question now. Okay? So now, since you have that now, we are going to continue. Because I want to show you I just wanted to show this little trend going on there. But now we can simplify this thing. This n minus 1 plus 1, it is the same as what? As n over n minus 1. Can you see it? Because 1 minus 1 plus 1 is that, then n plus 1 over n. Because this is what I have, right? But now, as you can see, this n will cancel this n there because of the things that I showed you up there. Can you see what I'm talking about? Now, what is going to happen now? This is what I just have now. This is what I just have. I have 1 over 2 and what? N plus 1. Okay? We are going to consider that. 1 over 2 times what? N plus 1. So now, we are looking for the possible values of n. Okay? So now, how can you find those possible values of n? Check something, guys. We know that now, the value of n must be an integer greater than 2, greater or equals to 2. So now, if it happens now that we do our calculations, this is what you're going to find. The main thing that you have to know is that now, n plus 1 must be an even number. Do you get what I'm trying to say? N minus 1 has to be even. What do I mean? Whenever I plug a number here, the results that I have to get has to be an even number. If I plug in 3, I'll have what? Because greater or equals to 2. It will be what? 3 plus 1, 4. 4 times half will be 2. Can you see what I'm talking about? Now, let's go. Whenever I plug n equals to 3, what am I going to get? I'm going to get what? I'm going to get 2. Can you see what I'm talking about? But if I plug n equals to 4, 4 plus 1 is 5, and I'm getting 5 over 2, which is wrong. Because now it's a fraction and it's not an integer. Now we continue. N equals to 5, half. 5 plus 1, 6. 6 times half, 3. Can you see what I'm trying to tell you guys? So now, it means that now the possible values of n has to be what? 3, 5, 7, 9, etc. Because I showed you the reason why you couldn't what? Use 4. Even if you try 6, 6 plus 1 is what? 7. 7 over 2 is a fraction. We can't use it because the answer must be an integer. I hope you understood and enjoyed, guys. Please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe, guys. Thank you very much for your time.